Our NBA Power Rankings. I went first last week. Mike, we usually make. Eric, I'm going to make you go first this time. We never make you go first.
Sweet.
We're going to switch it up. We're going to make you go first. Unless you need a minute.
I'm going to say, good job, Eric.
At number 10, I have
Number 10, Golden State. Number 9, we'll go with Chicago. Number 8, Atlanta.
You know, for a minute, I thought you were copying my rankings there. You got my 9 and 10.
Number 7, we'll go with Memphis. Number 6, we will go with Indiana. Playing good basketball.
I'm curious to see where both of you guys have them in this one.
Number 5, I'll go with my Knicks. Number 4, I'm going to go with San Antonio. Number 3, I'll go with the Clippers. Number 2, I'll go with the Heat. And number 1, I will go with OKC.
Boom. Mike, hit us with it. What you got?
Well, like I said, 10 and 9, me and Eric got the same thing. Chicago at 9, 10 Golden State. 10 was kind of tough, though. I mean, it's a choice between Golden State that just lost Stephen Curry for a little bit, or the Nets, who I kind of wanted to put in there because of their big winning streak. But, I mean, as we found out last night, a lot of their winning streak has come against lesser teams. Atlanta, they beat Philadelphia, but Atlanta was basically only the second team on their trip with over a 500 record. Kind of didn't do so good, so we got to see how they do on Wednesday. So Nets are off the list for this week.
Well, your Nets are 9-2 under Carlissimo, beating OKC and Indiana in that stretch.
Yeah, no, listen, they've had a great stretch. I'd like to see just a little more, I guess, consistency against the better teams in the league. That Thunder game was still a great game. Even though I'll still say the best game in that run was the Washington Wizards game, the double overtime game. Oh, that was crazy. I wound up watching the fourth quarter and the double overtime period.
Had a blast watching
Amazing, yes. Anyway, number 8. I'm putting Denver there. I just like Denver. I know they're going through a little bit of a rough patch, but
big overtime win against Portland just 2 nights ago.
That's right. I think they lost their last game though. But yeah, listen, I love Kenneth Faried. Love that guy on my fantasy team. He's a good guy, good player. I will give it to Indiana and number 7. We flip-flopped a little bit here. I put the Knicks 6. I put Memphis 5. I know Memphis has gotten killed their last 3 games. I think it was the Mavericks, Clippers, and Spurs have all beaten them by 20 points in the last 3 games. But listen, I think in the end, Memphis is a younger, more talented team than the Knicks. And you look at it, those are 3 very tough teams. Anybody could have been beaten by 20 points by those guys. So I'm inclined to give Memphis the benefit of the doubt on that. 4 Miami, 3 San Antonio, 2 the Clippers, and number 1 the OKC Thunder.
All right. Word. Mine's actually very similar to both of you guys. I got Chicago at 10, Denver at 9, Golden State at 8, Indiana at 7. So I had them at 7, you had them at 7, and Eric, you had them at 6. I think
Who?
Indiana?
Didn't you have them at 8?
Or 8.
No. I think it was 6, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was 6.
Yeah, all right. So we all have them 6 or 7. I got Memphis at 6. I almost knocked them back even farther, but then I looked at the teams that they lost to. I will say, though, you shouldn't lose all 3 of those games by 20 points.
Yeah,
that does bother me. I'm sorry. I got the Knicks at 5. I want to knock them out of the top 5, but I just honestly, even with some of their roller coaster ride of games over the past week or so, I still look at that roster and just say they can go 10 deep. I just feel that way, so it's hard to take them out of the 5. Miami's actually a 500 team over their last 10 games, so I have them back at 4. And then I have the 3 Western Conference powerhouses, San Antonio 3, Clippers 2, OKC 1. So, I mean, I think we pretty much all have the same 10 teams.
I think the only difference was he put Atlanta in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got Atlanta
I think you
in.
left Denver out, right?
Yeah, I
Eric?
think that's
Yeah,
the
I
only
left
difference.
Denver.
Yeah.
That was the only difference, though.
Which
We all had the
is
same
I
teams.
can see either which way. Because I believe it or not, I think Atlanta and Denver are very similar teams. But I mean,
What do you
you can
make
go
of-
either way.